And we are live. This is Four Bad Boys Podcast. I'm your host, Famous. My guys will be on with us in just a minute. Hail to the victors, Michael's BS list, and playoff football this weekend. We got a special guest with us tonight. We're going to meet him in just a minute. This part of the show, I say let's go. Once I find the button to say let's go.
Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys.
And of course, like I said, this Four Bad Boys Podcast. We have a bunch of sponsors that are not paying us, but we still gonna give them shout out so we get paid. We on Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Might be on. We bring back Sundays, probably after the Super Bowl or right after the Super Bowl. We'll see how they work out. Ryan Anderson's sponsor, Crazy Straws. If you crazy, you got straws. You got your business. Crazy Straws. You got just for me. If you got something to grain your beard right here, you got this gray right here. Go to Walgreens or CVS. Go to aisle 3 and get that CB4. Get that CB4. It'll set you up straight. If you James Brown CBS, you got to get that Beijing and that Black Magic and just dump it all over your head. And just hope for the best. So just hope for the best. You just dump it on your head. And just hope for the best. You James Brown. All right. Dax Waving Room. If you're Mike Atwater back in college, he used Dax Waving Room even with a bald head. He still got waves to this day on using Dax Waving Room. David, am I lying?
Not lying.
Not lying.
Not lying at all.
Of course, you can follow us on Facebook and YouTube, buyannightshirt.com. If you went to HBCU, Bernard Ingram from Fort Valley alumnus, and a Kappa, has his own business, buyannightshirt.com, where he gets you your apparel for HBCU and your Greek Divine Eye. Damon's podcast. Talk about Damon.
Hey, season 2 coming up February 6th. Chopping it up with D. Rondo, a virtual barbershop experience. Got a Patreon page to go with it. Details is on the Facebook page. When I get more details, I'm gonna update folks so he can put everybody else down. But we getting ready to get it going February 6th, man. Chop it up with your boy.
Man, it's good stuff on that podcast, man. Y'all need to check my guy out. Check him out. And of course, we got other sponsors we're gonna get to when we put these banners up. How was the week, man? How was the week?
Hey, it was a great week for a guy like me.
No way. Hail to the victors and we hail.
Boy.
Yes, sir.
It was a great week.
It was a great week.
Great week to be a Michigan Wolverine. We put a lot of doubters, rightfully so, a lot of doubters in their place, man. You know what I'm saying? They had a right to doubt.
Yes, they did.
I ain't gonna argue. They had a whole lot of right to doubt. But when it came down to it, that defense did what the 97 defense did. If y'all remember, Washington State had a heck of a quarterback, even though he was crazy as hell, and 4 good receivers. They was thinking that was the one that was going to break them. And it kind of reminded me of the 97 team when they went in there and shut that offense down. Now, I wasn't expecting Washington to only score 13 points. If you'd have told me that, I'd have laughed in your face. I didn't expect that. But for them to rattle Penix with only getting 1 sack, they only got 1 sack, but they pressured him. He looked like a quarterback that played in Indiana with no line. Now, this is the Joe Moore winning offensive line.
Yeah.
So you expected more protection, more, you know what I'm saying? That's why I said I would have laughed if you told me they'd have scored. What is wrong with him, man? Why is he crying?
He's retiring.
Oh God. I didn't see the name.
We didn't get a chance to introduce Ruben yet.
This dude is crazy.
Let's introduce Ruben right quick. Ruben, tell the people who you in.
My name is Ruben Dunlap. I'm originally from Ohio, but I was born and raised a Michigan Wolverine fan. And like you said, this week was the best week of my life, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think it would get any sweeter than beating Alabama, but when we won on Monday night, that was the best. And I'm agree with you on that. I got that picture, that iconic picture. Charles Woodson got the end zone and the interception in the end zone. It's in my room, signed, autograph. It was about the same thing with the receivers. And like you said, man, the number one offense, like you said, if I'd have thought they scored 13, well, actually, to put them just to hold them to 7, only a touchdown.
Yeah,
I mean, that was amazing. And it was the game plan that they had was just pressure him because he ain't seen nothing like that all year. And they were talking about anybody resemble them, and the same thing they did against Ohio State, basically kind of what they did against Washington. It was just
You remember me of Ohio State with CJ Stroud. Stroud
yeah,
had numbers.
when he had
And remember, he had Olave, he had Harrison, he had
Fleming,
Smith and Jigba. He had stud receivers.
Yes.
And the game plan was they're gonna get. You're not gonna stop them.
Nah.
You're gonna let them score. They're gonna 20-20. Okay.
Right.
If you limit them and you bully they bully that offensive line. Bro.
Yeah, it was nothing they could do. Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant.
Yeah,
they showed, especially Mason Graham. It was just getting the pressure to the quarterback and just rallying them. And you see after a while, it got to him.
I gotta give one person a little credit on this podcast. I gotta give him a little credit. Well, actually, two. I'm gonna go ahead and give them their flowers. I gotta get these guys here. Fave said something about 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you remember this. You said one thing about it. Michigan slapped some defense on Penix. This is not a defense he's used to seeing. The Pac-12 don't have this type of defense. That's what Fave said 2 weeks ago. And I remember talking to Mike last week. He said, don't count out Michigan still playing bully ball and running the ball. First 2 possessions. That kind of took Washington out of their game plan.
It punched them in the mouth, and they didn't know what to do after that because they wouldn't.
4 yards in the first quarter rushing. 174 yards in the first quarter rushing.
Yeah. Mike.
Now, what all three of y'all need to be doing? I told y'all 2, 3, 4 years ago, and this more so for Ruben and Damon. Get rid of Harbaugh. Get rid of Harbaugh. And I kept telling y'all, man, who you gonna get? Who you gonna get? And both of y'all know I done had that conversation with y'all. Get rid of Harbaugh, man. Get rid of Harbaugh. He ain't winning. He ain't winning. And 3 years later, 4 years later, look at you.
Fact.
And
I didn't want him to go
that conversation with y'all.
I know, but I didn't want him to go nowhere anyway because I already knew it was like, yo, he came. The Rich Rod and the Brady Hoke era, those was troubling times, but he had to build it to what he wanted, and that's exactly what he did. And one thing I can always say, the Big Ten, if you ain't got no offense or defensive line, you ain't gonna win no game. And it don't matter who you play. And that's what he did. He built it from the inside out.
There's a few times I ain't gonna even lie. He was telling me, and I'm like, look, man, Michigan sells itself. You can get whatever coach you want. That's Michigan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't sit here and tell me that you can't, as an athletic director, and say, look here, here's a blank check. Come on, do what you do. You can get whatever you want. But I understand what Mike is saying. I get it. And you finally waited. But see what Harbaugh did. Harbaugh did something that pretty much, you look at it now, is pretty ingenious. He took his hands off the offense and he brought in an NFL coordinator with McDonald.
Yeah.
When he left, he kept the same style.
Right, from the Ravens.
Yeah.
From his brother, from the Baltimore Ravens. So it was like we ain't losing nothing. And they year 2 was better. What Jesse Minter in year 2 was way better than it was in the first, because you could see like it was coming and coming. But this year it's just like it just all came together, and they was like, yo, we already know what we're doing. We know what's gonna happen.
They were hungry. There was a lot of stuff going around. We talking about Connor Stallions and
Burgergate.
Yeah, Burgergate. And what it did, it brought them close together. Mike and I think me and Faye talked about it. What you're doing is you really giving them poster board material. They already felt like we gave one away with TCU last year. So now they coming together. They love each other. They're fighting. They willing to do whatever for each other. And it showed. No matter what.
And it showed.
So I give them credit. I didn't think I was nervous about the Bama game I wasn't too nervous about the Washington game because all I had to do was see Penix at Indiana.
Right. Remember that one? Because that one year he killed us. He threw for like almost 400 some yards against us at Indiana, and they beat us.
When you don't have pieces. He and then when you get to him, unfortunately, he kind of sort of injury prone. I still think he's gonna be a hell of a quarterback. I looked at it like once I seen that he was getting rattled. Mike called me at halftime, like, man, it's a chance. I'm like, yeah, but you really keeping them in the game. Those 2 picks, especially Will Johnson, that was like a backbreaker.
That was crucial. Yeah, that we needed that. But
Samuel Steele, that dude was special all year, Fade. That man has 7 picks.
Yeah, Agent Zero.
Turn for touchdowns. Yes.
Hey, did y'all see what they were doing? A lot of people, I got that coaching mindset. They was forcing Penix right because he's a left-handed quarterback.
Exactly.
And so they was forcing him out of his comfort zone. Right. That's why you saw a lot of errant throws and throwing off his back foot. They forcing him to go the way he don't want to go, and that's smart, man. They
didn't keep a real clean pocket for him either. So even if he went to a strong arm, he was met by either McGregor, Colston came, was doing all that to him, and I knew it was over when he missed that wide open receiver
down the sideline and he overthrew him. Yeah,
I said, okay, he's rattled. He's rattled. Nervous. He's nervous. Yep. So I'm happy for him, bro. I'm happy for him.
Let me ask y'all Michigan fans this, and as a Georgia fan, we've been there. We know this feeling. Does this feel after this win, after this national championship? Does it feel like, okay, shoot, let's run it back again, let's do it, or does it feel like, well, that's a wrap? We done got ours. That's a wrap.
We're gonna run it back.
We're definitely running back.
What Georgia did, even though the coaching thing is gonna be over Michigan head, as a competitor, I want to run it back. Will Johnson said
it best, man. Run it back. But I mean, you gotta remember a lot like that junior class, like McCarthy, Edwards, Colson. That's a class that came in and kind of changed the mentality of them. Like, yo, we gonna win because McCarthy. A lot of people remember McCarthy said after that 2020 COVID year, it was like, yo, have faith, chill out, be cool, we gonna be all right. But he said when he was getting recruited by him, we gonna win a national championship, and don't you worry. And that's exactly what happened. So I feel like we got the pieces there, some of the main pieces to the running back. I say run it back. That's me. I'm always gonna be like, yo, we can run it back. Hey, I ain't gonna stop talking mess until the next year's national championship game, right? You ain't gonna shut me up until the next year's national championship game. But I feel like, yo, we got the pieces.
Yeah, I see you, Tony. I want to run it back, bro. The competitor. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna make Tony laugh. One thing about us when we used to be in the student center, we never wanted to lose a space. Never, ever. We didn't want to get up. We were too competitive. I didn't want to lose. He didn't want to lose. You would have to literally beat us because we was gonna do whatever it took not to get up. I feel the same way about trying to repeat. I don't want to say this is my last one. Well, I can wait another 27 years. No. I want to.
No. What I'm saying, I'm not saying everybody want to win a national championship. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, do you have that feeling with what's returning that you can win it all? Of course, everybody want to win that championship. Or do you have that feeling like for me? I knew Georgia and Georgia gonna remain good, but when Georgia won that first national championship, I knew they were gonna come right back. I knew it. Do y'all have that feeling with the talent that's returning or leaving?
Man, I mean, because it's football, it's a turnover. You're gonna have people leaving, you're gonna have people transferring out. But I feel like in the pieces that we need, quarterback, running back, offensive line, some receivers on defensive line, corners. I feel like we got enough pieces there, and enough pieces coming in, whether that be the freshmen or getting the transfer portal. I feel like we can, because like at this point, right now, the Big Ten right now, I believe like we the king of the Big Ten right now.
Yeah, until otherwise, the Big Ten do run through Ann Arbor. Until otherwise,
most definitely.
Until otherwise, as far as what you saying, Mike,
Y'all boy, poppy y'all shit. Hey, I feel you, man. Do your thing, man.
Hey, Tony. Hey, Tony. We can't say nothing because they don't want one. So
I'm saying, it ain't nothing we can say.
We got the team.
Go ahead.
Hey, look, we had to bow down the 2 years y'all won.
That's what I'm saying. I had to hear for every day for 2 years.
We had to listen to it. So,
yeah.
All I'm saying is until otherwise, the Big Ten does run through Ann Arbor. They do have a lot of pieces coming back. Because one thing I do give them credit, they do recruit on both lines and they develop both lines. As long as they do that, Michigan, they don't recruit top notch, but they do get they do get and they develop them. So
who playing quarterback? I mean, you know about the team better than I do. McCarthy coming back?
Come back. He gonna come back.
I don't know if he's coming back yet. It's a possibility that he may. But,
I think he's gonna come back.
It's a
even if Harbaugh leave, he gonna come back.
Yeah, because they're gonna keep it in. This is me personally. I just feel like they're gonna keep it in house, or if they don't keep it in house,
they keep it in house, and Sharon Moore gets the head coaching job. Yeah,
he coming back, or they gonna keep it close to someone who understands the program and where they at right now. But I believe that
I can say if Harbaugh leave, the chances of McCarthy leaving would be great.
Yeah.
If he stay, possible. I don't know. But yeah, if he leave, the national title hopes would be, but they, who knows what might happen? Who knows what transport quarterback? I don't know. But
anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Because we weren't even supposed to be here. If you think about it, if you look at the two teams in the national championship, we were supposed to lose to Ohio State again this year. Actually, Penn State.
Y'all wasn't supposed to be there.
That's what I'm saying. We weren't even supposed to make it through Penn State.
That's why I think Alabama.
Supposed to be a three-peat.
It would have been a
supposed to be a three-peat.
Hey. Supposed to.
Chill out, man.
No, I mean, I'm saying.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this, Tony. I'm gonna say this. You can't get mad at nobody but yourselves, because I actually didn't think Bama would come in and bully Georgia the way they did.
We didn't get bullied.
Well,
I don't know what game you watching. We didn't get bullied.
I get it, Tony.
We lost, but we didn't get bullied. So let's not push that narrative out there. We didn't get bullied.
Well, we bullied them for you, so if that counts for anything.
If you think about it, if you really, really, really think about it, Georgia probably shouldn't have lost that game, but it came down to a whole lot of clutch plays in the end.
Listen, I'm gonna let y'all have y'all moment. I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna let y'all have y'all time to shine, man. It's been a while since I've been on here, so like I said in the chat, I need to come up. I need to make sure I get on here and get some order back to this podcast, man. Y'all boy, y'all boy been doing a little bit too much woofing, but there's no way anybody on this panel thinks that Georgia won one of the 4 best teams in the country. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Go ahead and y'all talk y'all shit. Y'all had y'all moment. Y'all national champion. Salute.
I'm gonna tell you this. I agree with you. Man, what happened is you lost the SEC title game, and recency bias is what it is.
Right.
That's what it is. Let's just call it what it is. Recency bias is what it is. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong.
I ain't either.
If you look at recency bias and you look that y'all lost in the SEC title game, that's what killed you. To me, that's in my opinion.
Okay, if you put Georgia in, who you gonna take out then?
Alabama. You take out Alabama. Just that simple.
Alabama. That's all. You don't think about taking out Texas? They beat Alabama.
Texas beat Alabama. That's the reason why.
That's what I'm saying.
So So y'all gonna take out the team that just beat y'all?
I ain't saying nothing. I don't care who you take out. I just know that we one of the best 4 teams in the country. Y'all figure it out. They figure it out. They felt like we weren't. Not only that, it was even disrespectful. We dude, we weren't even in the top 4. We were number 6. We ain't lost a game. We ain't lost a game in 2 years, dude. We ain't won 2 last straight games.
Now that was disrespectful.
But y'all had lost the game in 3 days.
I hear you, Shot.
That was now I agree with you on that. I thought at least 5th. I didn't if you gonna drop my top 4, I would have put them 5th.
Put them at 5. Give them the, but then that means you dropped an undefeated Florida State team to 6. That'll be either way, it don't matter. Florida State, Alabama scored more points than Florida State.
Can't even talk about Florida State.
Yeah,
they just crowned somebody a national title, a national champ, and we debating about who's supposed to be 4th and 5th.
I know who that national champ is.
Hey Tony, we don't talk to teams that go 6 and 7, dog.
Man, shut up with your Wendy's advertising behind. Tony. I knew you was gonna say something.
Hey Tony,
I'm keeping it a buck. What you mad?
Tony, we don't talk to teams that go 6 and 7, man. Hey, they played in a baseball stadium for their game, Tony. We don't talk to them kind of teams, dog.
Oh my goodness.
What bowl game they was in?
The New York Yankee Bowl. They played in New York. They played Rutgers in Yankee Stadium. That's what they played. They played baseball with Derek Jeter and Reggie Jackson.
You said they was in Yankee Stadium.
Out of chicken nuggets. They must have ran out of chicken nuggets.
Yeah, they played in Yankee Stadium. We don't talk with teams at 6 and 7. They ain't in our caliber, Tony. So don't even argue with dudes that go 6 and 7. Only one can talk there like that, cuz is Ruben and Damon. They the national champ. But them teams that go 6 and 7.
Your face don't even fit on the screen. You got other things to worry about. Your face don't even fit on the screen.
Hey, next subject, Faye.
We see your nose and your left cheek. We don't see nothing else.
Hey, worry about Crystal Ball, dog. Get Crystal Ball together. Get a Hurricane together, dog.
Worry about a salad.
Hey, crazy.
Get a Hurricane together.
Hey, crazy.
We worry about Georgia. We back 2-time national champ. We don't worry about no 6 and 7 team.
2-time Mr. Potato Head lookalike. That's what you.
I will say.
It's like what Tupac said about the nigga from Mobb Deep. Don't you got sickle cell or something? We don't worry about it. We don't worry about them, Tony.
Man, find out before you get your stroke.
Next topic, Tony. Next topic. We don't talk no 6 and 7 team, man.
They
ain't even play on New Year's Day. They play before Christmas. We ain't even open the Christmas present yet. We'll talk to them, cuz. Let go, Faye.
Right. You ain't played sport in 20 years.
We talk no team 6 and 7, dog. Come on, Faye. Time in, Faye. Dude got something to say about Georgia. They played on Thanksgiving break. Man, go ahead on, man.
Let me get a couple housekeeping items right quick. The comments made on this show does not reflect all the panelists on the Club by the Boy podcast.
That boy done had a grease overdose, and now he animated on the show. Chill out.
6 and 7. Before Christmas Bowl.
You right.
Hey, they played Tony.
I go to the game.
They played on the Wednesday at 2:30. They played on the Wednesday at 2:30, Tony. It was 30 people at the stadium.
Hey, they played during Thanksgiving break. What?
They played the Thanksgiving break. They played in the military bowl. We talking no 6 and 17, dog.
This one went somewhere else, bro. Boy, y'all wild, man.
No, you're right. I can't argue with that.
He said I can't
argue with that. You won this argument. I'm gonna send you a Waffle House gift card.
I'm gonna send you one back.
No, you won't.
I'm trying to tell you, Tony, man, we don't argue with guys like that, man, to go 6 and 7. That's just like arguing with somebody that played at Vanderbilt or some shit. Man, we don't do that, Tony.
What's the rest of your face?
Hey, next topic, Tony. Next topic, Faye.
The comments made on this show does not reflect all panelists on the show.
He riding that night like he on a golf cart. Next topic, Faye.
Look,
Hey, my bad, Tony. Tony, my bad. Dog. I just come to defend you, dog.
Hey,
My
man,
bad.
you good. I appreciate you, boy. I appreciate
My
you,
bad.
bro. It's all good.
Man, y'all
Hey,
boys
dog.
help me out, man.
That dude right there, and y'all ain't paid attention. Almost every game, the dude will pick against Georgia for the last couple years. He picked
Oh, I
against
already
Georgia
know.
2 years ago. He picked against Georgia several times. So yeah, I'm going in on him. Shout out to
Hey,
Michigan.
hey, congratulations, Michigan. Congratulations. We ain't talking about no Mr. Potato Head fan. Congratulations,
Salute
Michigan. Lord, you trying to
Salute
talk
Michigan.
about the Michigan national
Hey,
champ.
and while we saluting, ratio salute to the Fenway Bowl runner-ups.
I
Good
hate
job,
y'all.
man.
Right.
I hate
Good job.
y'all, man. Y'all so freaking dumb. I
Way
swear, bro.
way to go to New York and get your ass whooped. Way to go. Good job. They got beat by Rutgers.
Hey, I bet you can't buy no Georgia shirt.
I got 3 of them.
No, you don't. You got 3 of them put together.
I got
You
3
ain't
of them. Why you
got
keep riding through the night? He keep riding through the night like he on the Miami Vice movie. Let go, Fade, man. I'm done. I can feel it falling in your night.
You just ever heard you say you could.
Let go, Fade. Let go, Fade. My bad.
Tony, get your boy, man. Tony, get your boy.
Hey,
Oh
man.
man.
I'm enjoying myself, man. I'm gonna let him do his thing. I'm gonna let him do his thing.
I'm done, dog. It's on you, Fade.
Hey, next topic, bro.
Mike
Shout out to
usually
Michigan with they cheating ass, and shout out to Michigan.
Oh. Hey, you a Miami fan? You got beat by Rutgers?
Oh,
You right. You right. Listen, I like Harbaugh now. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Now we
Hey,
cheating.
hey, mind y'all too now. This the same dude
Oh,
about
you know
2
y'all
years
cheated.
ago.
Hey, look. Oh, we cheated. Oh, yeah, you know y'all cheated.
This the same
It's all
dude about
good,
2
though.
years ago. They said Harbaugh was one of the worst coaches in college football. Y'all remember that? Am I lying?
well, I was in agreement with
Look,
I do.
Okay.
and that's why I like him now. Harbaugh like the program. Harbaugh say, hey man, look at here, by any means necessary. I ain't mad at you. Make it happen.
Hey,
I ain't mad at Harbaugh.
I was with him.
I ain't mad at him at all. Harbaugh say, hey man, I need you to go be Central Michigan this week. I ain't mad at him.
Hey, when we pick up Ozempic as a sponsor, Fade.
I couldn't get to it because you guys have been clowning for the last 10 minutes. That we had Ozempic for the last 10 weeks.
My bad, Fave. I just had a moment, man. I'm
We
going to
had
rehab now.
I mean,
we had Ozempic for the last 10 weeks.
I'm going with Draymond Green. I'm going to rehab.
Yeah, you'll be
that's
back in
what's
3
up.
minutes. You'll be back in 3 minutes. That's how long this bitch was.
Going to Houston,
Yeah, I ain't seen you go that hard, water. I ain't seen you go that hard since you was at the buffet table.
Oh,
Yep.
come on,
You were right next to me, drinking water and eating a salad.
Come on, man.
Boy, ain't nobody next to you.
Y'all foul, man. Y'all wrong. They going below the belt, man. They crazy.
I ain't going over the lip.
I apologize. Let go. Hey, but shout out to Michigan though. Like real talk. How about revitalize the program? Shout out.
Oh wow.
I will say
And
this real quick about Michigan.
Hold on. Big shout out to Michael Penix too, man. Like I mean, he didn't play his best game, but you know that kid showed a lot of heart walking out that stadium. You could tell he was beat up, and he still played. He played a decent game. It wasn't his best one.
Mad props to him, man.
I will say this real quick. And when we rank teams as far as all time, I don't think Michigan over the last 6 or 7 national champ teams, I don't think they could beat none of them though. I don't think they could. I think maybe that 2015 Ohio State team, but they couldn't. I don't think they could beat the LSU team. I don't think they could beat neither the Georgia teams, the Clemson teams, or the Alabama team. I don't think they can beat none of them.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
I don't think they can beat none of them. And I'm just doing the college football playoff era. I ain't even going to BCS. Now, if we start venturing into the BCS, maybe it'd be different. But any of these past 8 or 9 national champs, I think Michigan will probably be at the bottom as far as ranking champions.
Look at D Faye. Hey man, you go.
I'm gonna say this because if you think about all the teams. They had either a stud quarterback, a stud running back, both stud receivers. They had
Elite. They had elite. They were elite at the positions that needed to be elite.
NFL talent. You got
Yeah.
Joe Burrow.
Trevor Lawrence.
Man, that's two stud quarterbacks right there. They had
Bryce Young was
Bryce Young.
Yeah.
I mean, look, think about what you're talking about. I can't really argue what you're saying.
No, I know offensively we was terrible in them years, but that one year we lost to
They 14-0. They beat who they had to beat. Don't nobody care about whether or not they would beat the last 8 champions. He sneaked this and D-Ran. Don't fall into that. Hell blue.
We did this last year though. When we did our national championship, we did the same thing last year.
I will say this: them and the 97 team, nobody scored over 25 points on them. Nobody.
I'm just talking about the college football champions.
They mentioned 2 other teams, but Michigan did it twice. Nobody scored over 20 points on them the whole season. The last couple teams, SEC team and the pass happy Pac-12 team, and nobody scored over 20 points. So the defense is very, 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 very good. They 15-0. I got to give them they props on that.
Oh yeah, man, salute, man.
So I got to give them their props on that.
And y'all don't won the Big Ten 3 years in a row, ain't you?
What class?
Yeah.
Fine. What? How many of them boys are seniors?
Oh man.
How many people on that offensive line leaving?
3. I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
3.
I'm
but you
3.
You got the ones behind them played all season too, though.
Yeah. So you got Zenter, Keegan, Nugent.
Remember,
actually, it's 4 leaving off the offensive line.
On the line though.
Yeah, and he was out. Yeah, he got hurt. Ohio State game.
Our best offensive lineman didn't play.
All-American out. Ohio State game.
I tell you, they may not be the best champion in the last 10 years, but that's the best offensive line in the last 10 years as a unit. I say that.
Woo.
As a unit, he might be right.
Yeah.
As a unit, he might be right.
2 years in a row, Joe Moore
right as a unit. He might be right.
That Alabama line with Alex Leatherwood, I can't remember who else was on that line. Woo!
Exactly.
That was a group too.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, but that what's the boy name that came from IMG, the tackle that was jumping on down, doing one-legged hops on stuff. What's his name?
That was Evan Neal, wasn't it?
Yeah, Evan Neal. Yeah, listen, that Michigan offensive line, I don't know none of them dudes' names. That offensive line as a unit, that's one of the best offensive lines in the last 10 years. As a unit now. I don't know none of them guys' names. Y'all know their name come April though.
Yeah. It took 10. They said it was gonna take 10 of them. He said it was gonna take 10 of us to win a national championship. And it took about 10 of them to win.
Like I said, their best player broke his leg in Ohio State, and he was the only All-American, and he was unanimous. That's it. So
and we was better at.
They got a deep offensive line. Offensive line is still pretty deep.
And we was better at center last year than we were this year.
Yeah,
because that transfer we came in, but from last year's center, yeah. But I can agree with you on that as a unit.
As a unit, I think so. But another year is coming, bro. You don't know what's going to happen. So at this time, I'm gonna celebrate because it took.
Oh, definitely.
It's. I know how the Georgia fans felt when they won that long. Drought.
And I said that too. I said, I know how Georgia felt after all them years. Woo. I'm so happy. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, Faye, we didn't mean to introduce Disruptor. My bad, Faye. Go with the commercial.
Hey, you had put up that mock draft. I want to ask Mike something right quick.
We're finna get into it. That's what we about to do.
Yeah, I want to ask Mike a quick question about his mock draft.
You ready, Faye?
Yeah, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Damon. Ask a question about the mock draft.
Well, let Mike introduce it, then I ask.
Well, Faye, you gonna pull it up?
You give me a second to pull it up, yeah, because I'm too busy trying to make sure y'all in Law and Order. But the Law and Order feel like the Wild West now.
It was the Wild West.
Feel like Cool Modi. Go ahead, Mike. Talk your shit about the mock draft that you're gonna say. Even though we should wait about 2 months.
So Ruben, I put in the early top 10 mock draft for the top, players I think they were going. I didn't base nothing off no trades or nothing like that. This is where I think the teams need and where they were going. So with the Bears first, I picked the offensive tackle from Penn State. Now, the reason why I picked offensive tackle from Penn State, number one, and Ratio talked about this, has told me about this before. Left tackle, wide receivers usually don't go first. Well, let me start over. I don't think the Bears are going to get rid of Justin Fields. That's why I didn't go with Caleb Williams with that number one pick. Secondly, I think the Bears need way more than going to get Marvin Harrison. And if this guy's the best left tackle, if we're trying to make Justin Fields better, you got to go out and get that left tackle. And Ratio told me years ago, he was like, hey, number one picks, franchise guys, are your left tackles, your DNs, and your quarterbacks. Because typically, if you think about it throughout history, those have been the number one picks mostly, or maybe a D tackle. It's rarity that you see a linebacker go number one, or a cornerback, or a wide receiver, or a running back. And left tackle, that's the money position. So if you're trying to keep Justin Fields and protect him, that's what I went with him first. I don't think the Bears should get rid of him. I went with Caleb Williams second to Washington because I think they need a quarterback. I don't think they're going to fool with Sam Howell. Now, third is where the controversy came in with Ratio said about Drake May dropping. I got New England going and getting Marvin Harrison. And the reason I got them going to get Marvin Harrison, New England is an arrogant franchise. And what I mean by that, New England is used to winning and used to getting to the playoffs. So they're not going to go get another rookie quarterback like they did when they got Mac Jones. They're going to probably go out and get a free agent quarterback, maybe try to get a Kirk Cousins, may try to get Russell Wilson in, because New England mindset, they ain't studying no rebuilding. They're trying to get back to the playoffs. So that's why I say get Marvin Harrison with that third pick. Now, some say you can get Drake May or Jaden Daniels, whoever the case may be. But New England ain't one of them franchises that is talking about no damn rebuild. They ain't talking about, even if Belichick is gone, New England trying to get back to the playoffs ASAP. And they're not going to get back to the playoffs with no rookie quarterback like that. So you go out and get you a free agent quarterback and go get Marvin Harrison Jr. and bring him in. That's why I had him third. I had the Cardinals getting that wide receiver from LSU 4, Malik Neighbors. Brock Bowers going 5 to the Chargers. They need another tight end to help Justin Herbert. Brock Bowers is from Napa, California. I think it's close to LA. It's out that way somewhere. So I got him going 5. I had Jaden Daniels going 6. I think Jaden Daniels is possibly the second best quarterback behind Caleb Williams. And not necessarily about the numbers, just the he can make all the NFL throws. Not saying Drake May can't, but I think Jaden Daniels may be a better fit for them. I think what's going to hurt Drake May possibly is Mitchell Trubisky. A couple of years back when teams went and drafted, who was it? Was it not Cleveland? I forgot. Chicago moved up to second or third pick to get Mitchell Trubisky over Deshaun Watson. Some of that kind of stuff GMs remember, and it may hurt Drake May. But I got Jaden Daniels going 6. I got the offensive tackle from Notre Dame, Joe Alt, going to Tennessee. Then I got Drake May going to the Falcons at 8. I got the wide receiver from Washington going 9 to the Bears. And I got J.C. Latham, the tackle from Alabama, going 10. Now, Ratio, he don't like to do nothing with the draft, which makes sense until after free agency starts. Because when that free agency kick in, some of these players here may not even be needed. So that's the top 10. The floor is open.
Okay. I was the one that brought up Drake May going 3rd. I brought that up, and I asked you off air, but I wanted to ask you on air, but you already explained it. But see, my thing is, I don't think it's New England that has that want to win ASAP, won't go draft nobody like that. It's Belichick. Remember, Belichick had his hands on everything.
Ain't Belichick gone? I'm just asking. Isn't he gone?
They didn't say yet.
Okay. Okay.
So my thing is, and Tony, you tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like that Drake May probably more NFL ready than most people think. Remember, a lot of he lost his receivers to attrition. They graduated. That don't take away from that talent. I don't think as a franchise you got Mac what's his name wrong, Mac Jones wrong. That's a quarterback you don't pass on. 6'4", good arm, make NFL throws, and you going to build around him, especially if Belichick is gone. You're going to eventually have to rebuild. And why not just go ahead and get the quarterback now and start rebuilding through the draft this year?
Thank you.
Drake made a real deal, dude. First and foremost.
Go ahead, Tony. I'm gonna let you and D-Ran speak for me. You hit it on the head. Drake made a real deal. Go ahead, Tony. Finish it off.
Drake made a real deal. My thing is I'm not really sure that I mean everybody knows the wild card here is what the Bears gonna do with Justin Fields, right? Because I mean, if they decide to give up on Justin Fields and go another direction, that can throw that whole thing up at the top in the chaos. They can pick a quarterback. They can. They give up on Justin Fields. They all go pick a quarterback, and then if that's the case, then quarterback's probably coming off the board 1 and 2. So, and I think Drake May will be going number 2. So that's where I'm at with that. It's I'm kind of torn because Chicago decided to keep they coach. So I don't know if they want to keep the coach and draft a rookie quarterback and hit the total, and do all that. I don't know. So that may be a good sign as far as keeping Fields. But then again, I mean, I don't know, man.
Did the Bears keep that QB coach?
No,
they fired everybody but the coach.
Yeah.
So I do know. I think personally that they're gonna part ways with Justin Fields. Quarterbacks coming off the board 1 and 2, and I think Bowers probably gonna end up in New England, which is basically how New England like to play. I think
Bowers at number 3.
Yes, sir.
That'll be like another Gronk. That kind of makes sense.
You gotta get somebody throwing the ball.
I think Tony brings up a very good point about Justin Fields. The one thing I would say that makes me think they're going to keep him is because they did keep the head coach. They kept the head coach. If they would have got rid of everybody, I'd have said Fields is gone because a new coach probably don't want to deal with that headache like they had to. But remember, Justin Fields came along as the year went along. He ran for his life. I can understand why Mike wanted to get him a left tackle. He ran for his life pretty much the whole year. But he came along pretty well. So I would think they would do what Baltimore did by getting an OC that can work around his talents. You see what I'm saying? Got rid of the coach too. I would say, yeah, Fields is gone, but they kept the coach. So I think it's more 60-40, 70-30 that they would keep Fields. That's why I think May would probably be number 3 and let the rebuild begin.
Okay, I disagree with that respectfully. And I hear your point, but here go mine. That head coach and that quarterback ain't working. So if you're not gonna fire the coach, then you must feel like the quarterback is the problem. Now, if you fire the coach, then you may say, hey, the coach was the problem, and then we'll see if the new coach, the new head coach wants to keep that quarterback. But if that head coach is still there, you can rest assured that the quarterback won't be there. They not putting that band back together. They gave him a number 1 receiver, and they still didn't produce. So if they feel like the coach is good enough, then they must feel like the quarterback not good enough. They're not keeping both, because both ain't do you no good.
So you with Caleb Williams going number 1 shot?
I think Justin Fields is gone. Matter of fact, they had somewhere, I think he even said bye to Chicago fans, but I don't know how true that is. But
Yeah,
again,
he said something like,
he said that game day. He
yeah,
said no, he
okay,
ain't
his
know what
last
was gonna
ride.
happen.
His
right.
last ride in Chicago.
But can we all agree that that coach and that quarterback ain't working? Can we agree on that?
Well, I can agree with it.
So
I hear your point. My point was, and I can't really dispute it. I'm just gonna say my point. If you kept the head coach, and maybe, just maybe, and I say it could be slim, that he can find, or if he can do what the Ravens did, find a coordinator that can take Fields' talents and work around it. You got him a number one receiver. You signed the tight end one. I think he was from Dallas. Wasn't he from Dallas? Was from Dallas. They signed a pretty decent tight end. I think what they was gonna probably do was try to see what they can find, whether it be free agency and or the draft, probably both. But I see your point, and it makes total sense.
So going around the room, if you the GM of Chicago,
and hear me out. I'm not saying
if you the GM of Chicago, ratio, what you doing with that top pick? Everybody go around the room. What they doing with that number one pick? Like Tony said, that number one pick of what happened with Fields probably gonna determine the rest of the draft order.
I didn't understand. What you say? You said if they keep the pick, where they who you think they should draft?
No, I said
if they
everybody
get rid
go
of
around.
Justin Fields?
No,
He
I'm
said
saying
if you the GM,
if you the
if you the
GM,
GM in the bed, what are you doing?
what you doing with that top pick?
Oh,
I can agree with.
I'm trading Justin Fields. I'm cleaning house. Justin Fields and the coach won't be in Chicago if I was the GM.
See, that's right.
I'm cleaning out because remember, they got Justin Fields. When you watch Chicago games, bro, Justin Fields, if he's not throwing to his first option, he's taking off. He makes it really, and DJ Moore is a true number one receiver.
Yeah, dog.
And in games where he got the ball, they won.
So basically, what you saying, Caleb Williams is better than Justin Fields? Are you saying that?
If I'm the GM, everybody got to go. I don't want none of that BS from the last couple of seasons. All y'all got to go. I can still get a high second or maybe even a first rounder for Justin Fields. And I'm gonna go get my quarterback. We're gonna start it off. I don't want no step kids. None. And honestly, in history, that's normally how that works. When a new GM come in, new coach come in, you know, especially if that quarterback, because bro, they got to pay this dude $100 million in the next 2 years. So y'all think about that too.
Yeah,
Man.
I mean, if you're getting rid of Justin Fields, you're basically saying to me that Caleb Williams is better than Justin Fields at the end of the day. That's basically what it comes down to. You'd rather have Caleb Williams than Justin Fields, and I don't know.
But what if you? But I'm saying they might be in the same spot. They get Caleb Williams, get rid of Justin Fields, and you put Caleb Williams out there. They could be in the same spot. Like, yo, this cat running for his life because you know Caleb Williams, he do like to run around, try to make some stuff happen.
What you doing with that top pick, Ruben?
He's a better passer than Justin Fields, though.
That's true.
I mean, we all knew when Justin Fields came in that he had a ways to go as a quarterback, as a passer. We all knew that. Like him being inaccurate and inconsistent as a passer, is anybody shocked?
No.
Nah,
So, actually, to be honest, while we talking about Justin Fields nor Trevor Lawrence hadn't really lived up to that all-world status we thought they were going to be yet. They've been good, they've been decent, but they hadn't been like out of this world. You know what I'm saying? Like we projected them to be.
Some of that
y'all do realize Justin Fields had 3 offensive coordinators in 4 years.
I'm just going to say that. And with Lawrence, some of that is on the organization.
Yeah.
Some of that is on the organization.
Faye, what you doing?
So Tony got a
with that top pick.
I mean, both.
Oh, you didn't hear me.
I heard you. You got a clean house because remember, Matt Eberflus was hired before Ryan Poles was, and Ryan Poles did not have Eberflus as his pick. Bears management hired him. Then the next day they hired Poles. So if I'm Poles, I'm firing the holes. Everybody, I'm gonna trade Justin Fields to Atlanta for their second round pick. See if I can get there first, either first or second. Then I'm gonna go ahead and try to move my 9th pick up to 5. I'm probably gonna get Drake May, number 1, and then get Brock Ewers or offensive lineman with that second pick in the top 10.
Hey, so when Justin Fields came out, who do we compare him to? Do y'all remember? And it wasn't even a football player. Do y'all remember who we compared Justin Fields to?
I mean, most of the comparisons I heard was Cam. I don't know who you talking about.
We compared him to Russell Westbrook. Remember that? He was the most athletic quarterback in the league, and probably since Vic is, but athletic wise, he's a freak of nature. So they assumed that he would blossom and mature as a passer, and it just hasn't happened.
That goes back to having 3 offensive coordinators in 3 years, shot.
Yeah,
well,
I got a lot to do with that too.
And 3 head coaches.
Well, and you're absolutely right. There's been no stability, and honestly, that's a disservice to that young man. But as a GM, like you said, if we're being a GM, I don't think he would have progressed in another 2 years for me to give him $150 million.
Look at it like this too. If you look at Jordan Love, they didn't give him a 5th-year option. They gave him a 2-year contract. I think it was 30 because he didn't play. Like I said, he had brief stint. This is a different circumstance than Justin. He sat behind Rodgers for 3 years. He's in his 4th year, which means they got to give him that 5th year. And they said we can't give you a 5th year, we can give you 2, and see what you're doing. And see what now he's been the best quarterback since week 11, 18 touchdown, 1 pick. Now with Justin, like I said, just know you have no stability, which is what happened to Matt Jones. Matt Jones had no stability the last 2 years, but at the same time, Matt Jones is proving he's a bust. But is that product of the system? Or is that product of you having a defensive coordinator calling the play and then bringing Bill O'Brien, who ain't called a pro game in 4 years? So either way, I agree with you, clean house. But at the same time, he been dealt a bad hand.
Well, he should have never been out there week 1.
No, not week 1, but his first year. No, his first year he didn't start week 1.
When did he come out there? Well, you're right. He should have never been out there his first year. Anthony Richardson is Justin Fields 2.0. They're not passers. I don't know why they keep throwing these black boys out here to try to play this position when they're not ready just because they're superior athletes. So then the second year, they tried to get Justin Fields an offensive coordinator that's going to let him run more. Then the 3rd year, somebody say, no, you need to pass more. We're going to get you a number 1 receiver. Come on, man.
It did do a disservice to him. And with the Jordan Love comparison, I think that's a decent one. He sat, but then, they also put stuff around him when it was time. I mean, Jordan Reed stepped up. When Watson is healthy, he good. He got some weapons and some form of protection. Green Bay was one of the best, if not the best, pass protecting line in the league.
Remember, they're doing all this without Bakhtiari, who's out for the year, who missed the last 10
right.
weeks.
So it also goes to Mike's point about the protection. You know what I'm saying? So Horatio makes good points with the number 1 receiver. Mike make a good point as far as drafting the left tackle or the offensive lineman. It makes sense. Chicago is so dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? That organization on its own. If I'm in the coaching carousel, I don't want to go to Chicago, North Carolina, because you don't know about job security, one, and the way the organization is run too.
So, Ratio, if you don't get rid of Justin Fields, what you doing with that number 1 pick? Are you going with that left tackle?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to protect him. I'm gonna either go left tackle Oh, I would you said that's the number 1 pick though, right?
Yeah.
I'm trading that pick. I can get a king's ransom for that number 1 pick. I'm not gonna pick that offensive tackle, ain't gonna help them. The tight end would probably help them, but that's blasphemy to pick a tight end 1. So your best bet is the trade to pick.
And then they could probably still grab Bowers because they already got the 5th pick too.
No, 9th
They
pick.
got the
9th.
The 9th is the 9th.
It's the 9th.
Yeah, they got the 9th pick.
Yeah.
The 1 and the 9.
And they trade if they don't keep Fields, you got to trade out number 1. I'm with shot on that. If you don't keep Fields, you got to trade out number 1.
You got to because you can get half of Atlanta drafts for the next 10 years if you get them the number 1 pick.
They should have Lamar Jackson in the team. We got one more time we got to get to. Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Go. We can go.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we got to get to wild card weekend. We got 7 games, I believe, this weekend. 6 games. 6 games.
Yeah, 6 games.
Real quick, we go around the horn. Browns and Texans. That's gonna be in Houston. Who's winning? Ruben.
I'm gonna go Texans. I don't like the Browns. I'm an Ohio guy, but I'm not a Browns fan.
D. Randall.
As much as I want to go Houston, that Browns defense is for real.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough on. Although my apologies with CJ Stroud, that kid is amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if they win. But just because of the defense and it's playoff time, a lot of those guys got a little more playoff experience than the Texans. I'm gonna ride with the Browns.
Mike.
Cleveland got probably the best defense in football and probably about the only team in the AFC they're gonna be able to hang with Baltimore. I like Cleveland.
Pretty Tony.
Cleveland.
I'm going with tier 1 quarterback CJ Stroud. That's a shot at Tony.
I know that one was coming.
I'm going with tier 1. Man, listen here, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go Houston. I'm going CJ Stroud, Nico Collins. He's still celebrating. His team won the championship. I'm going CJ and DeMeco Ryans. That's what I'm going with.
My sincere apologies to CJ Stroud. That kid is amazing.
Yeah. His first playoff game though, boy. It's gonna be big boy football. It's gonna be a little different than what he ever seen.
Yep.
But that is my dog though. Like I said, me and Shot, we trade shots, you know what I'm saying, little jabs at each other. That is my dog. But he got a little way to go before we start throwing them type of labels on him, man. He ain't tier 1, not yet. He there.
Tony, let me ask you this.
But not yet.
Let me ask you this, Tony. All real talk, just all honesty. If he messed around and beat Cleveland, would you have more apt to put him tier 1? Still don't want to do it.
It depends on the game. Like they can win, but he's still not really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a couple picks.
It's not really have a dominant performance, and they can still win.
If they win the game in spite of him, I see what you're saying. As opposed to winning the game because of him.
Yeah,
right.
I got you.
You got to do your Keyshawn voice. You got to do 17 to 27, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, no pick, control the game,
bro.
All right. I think we all gonna safe to say that Buffalo's gonna beat the hell out of Pittsburgh, right?
We got Pittsburgh Steelers fan everywhere.
Listen.
Fade. You don't crunch something up, Fade. See what you did?
Yeah,
TJ Watt out.
I say only reason I'm a diehard Steelers fan.
That's 19. No.
Win or lose, but having TJ Watt out that's the difference maker in the whole difference maker in that whole game. Even though the Bills, I mean, you can't sleep on them, but they ain't been busting like they supposed to been busting But I'm always going to win or lose. I'm Steelers. I'm going with the Steelers.
So 5-1 Buffalo then, right? Safe to say that.
Oh yeah, everybody around Buffalo. Sorry, brother-in-law.
I got
Brother-in-law, I can't even help you with that one.
Listen, I ain't mad at y'all. I can't be mad at y'all because I mean we've been the best this year.
Man, props to the coach though. The man ain't got to lose a season.
Yeah, for real. Hey, Josh Allen got to be the best, worst quarterback I've seen in the last 10 years. This dude is magnificently horrible. Like, for real, man.
Magnificent.
Dude is magnificently horrible.
Yeah, he'll throw for 4 touchdowns. Next game, throw for 4 interceptions. You'd be like, "What's going on?"
No, this dude threw 2 horrible interceptions against the Dolphins, and then came back the next 2-3 drives when they needed him and was magnificent. Man, something wrong with Josh Allen, man, for real.
I get it.
All right, get these last couple games in. If Philadelphia or Dallas losing this game in their wild card game, who's getting fired first? Sirianni or McCarthy?
Sirianni ain't getting fired regardless, man. They just went to the Super Bowl last year, so
That don't mean nothing.
win, lose, or draw, the Eagles still he ain't going nowhere. But if Dallas Cowboys lose, man, as my boy Tiny Head say, helmet to the left, shoulder pad to the right. Mike McCarthy going to Dallas lose. Like to be honest, for Mike McCarthy to keep his job with being a number 2 seed, Dallas got to at least get to the conference championship game. They got to at least get on the road to go play San Francisco to go to the Super Bowl. If he don't make it there, Mike McCarthy may be gone.
Maybe he is gone.
I disagree. I disagree.
I just think I honestly believe they wanted him gone last year.
Nick Sirianni's lost 5 or 6.
I will say this, and Tony can testify this. On the low, Dak Prescott is having a better season than Lamar Jackson. Want to be honest?
What low?
What low?
Low what?
Just saying. Dak Prescott is having a better year than Lamar Jackson. He's got less turnovers. He's got more touchdowns. He's got more yards total. So I'm just saying, when we talk about the MVP race, Dak is having a phenomenal year, man.
Did he have the great year too when y'all had home field advantage in 2016 season?
Hey,
get him, Tony.
Don't start this. This is what I was talking about. We gonna have order, man. Don't start this shit, man.
I'm just asking a question.
What question you asking?
Did he have the same?
You taking shots? There ain't no damn question. You taking shots?
You didn't answer it. Did he have the same stats in 2016? Yes or no?
Hey,
you tell us. You the Cowboy fan. You tell us. You the Cowboy fan.
Yes, you and what happened? They lost their first game in the playoff.
Tony sound like somebody daddy when he come in and said, "What a report card there." Hey, what that damn report card there, boy?
What was the score between Dallas and San Francisco? What was the score?
What they got? What are you talking about? What that mean?
Who beat San Francisco in San Francisco on Christmas Day?
What they got to do with what? So basically Baltimore beat San Francisco on Christmas Day. You basically saying that makes him better than Dak this year?
I bet. Okay, let me rephrase that. How many games y'all won against winning teams?
Oh man, see
what
I'm talking about?
Yo, I thought you was a Cowboy fan. So okay, now that we're using y'all when you referring to the Cowboys, we can go ahead and establish you're not a Cowboy fan, right?
I'm not a Cowboy fan.
So you're not a Cowboy fan, right?
Go to the Super Bowl, but I'm not a college.
No.
Hey, you walk right into that one, boss.
Fade Whitlock. You walk right into that, buddy.
First of all, Mike Whitlock, your cousin. Second of all, Whitlock, your cousin. Second of all, I never said I was a Cowboy fan. I picked another.
Yes, you
Yes,
did.
you did.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you
Don't
did.
sit there and tell that lie.
Yes,
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
You predict the
Yes,
Cowboys
did.
go to the Super Bowl. That's my team. Yes, you did. So don't get on here and say that.
That's
You
my
did.
team. That's my
Don't say that.
quarterback. That's my quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
y'all use my jokes against me. Okay, cool. Okay.
You say you gonna use a joke? Hey, this
Just use my jokes against me. Okay. Okay, bet.
Babe, you something else.
Oh, Cowboys
I
gonna
think-
win.
now let me
Cowboys
say-
30-17. Cowboys 30-17 against
Nah,
me.
we didn't establish it now. We good. We good.
Cowboys
Here, man.
30-17. Cowboys 30-17.
Man, next game, man. Stop.
Detroit
I'll
Rams.
tell you the best game of the weekend.
Detroit the
I
Rams.
think that
Detroit.
Rams and Lions game. I think that's gonna be a ball game.
Yeah, Rams
Yeah,
gonna win
it's
that
gonna
one.
be a ball game. If Laporta don't play, it's gonna be a whole lot closer.
Mr. Neal.
That tight that I would have if you'd have told me he would have been one of the premier tight ends as a rookie, I'd have said, yeah, right. But that kid, man, he clutch and he's like a security blanket for golf. That kind of hurts.
Come on, Georgia, y'all stinking it up now. Let's go now.
That kind of hurts. So I mean, I'm gonna roll with the Lions, but I think it's gonna be closer than what you think.
Miami, Kansas City.
Hey man, they say kickoff of that game is gonna be -3 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
City.
I like Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Miami can't play in there.
Nah.
They played in that same weather last year, almost beat Buffalo.
I don't know about -3 degrees.
It was at
That's
0.
like ice bowl. That's almost.
All right.
What are you talking about that?
Tampa Bay, Philly.
Ooh,
I'm taking Tampa Bay.
I like the Eagles.
Eagles.
I'm
Eagles.
gonna get the Eagles one more. I'm gonna give them one more try, man.
One more try.
Oh, top O's coach.
One more try, bro. Cause
Top O's
I got Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. I'm Tampa Bay. Eagles. They done showed us who they are. They're a bad team over the last 8 weeks. They and this ain't no different than the last 8 weeks. Tampa Bay.
No, it's not. But no, Philly gonna beat Tampa Bay.
Top
Philly
O's
gonna
coach,
beat
right?
Tampa Bay. I ain't really get it. Miami gonna beat Kansas City too.
Not in that cold weather.
I may be the minority in that, but Miami gonna beat Kansas City.
Yeah.
Talking about showing us who they are. Kansas City didn't show us who they are.
Ooh, I can't argue that either.
Yeah, but you got to look at the elements, Tony. The -3 degrees, dog.
I get it. Just like
Miami used to playing in that.
They ain't, but like you say, they did it. They did it in Buffalo last year. They came close to doing it in Buffalo last year.
Hey,
Yeah, I agree with you, Tony, but I don't even think it's the elements. I think that Kansas City new identity is to run the ball more, and Miami defensive line, will run the ball. Stops the run really, really well. But I'm gonna go Kansas City because Miami just got too many people out. Van Ginkel out, Chubb out, Phillips out. I think that's gonna be too hard to overcome.
I guess.
And if they're not gonna get no pressure on Pat, it's gonna be a problem.
And before we go, NFL, why do you have a playoff game on a streaming device? The Miami Kansas City game is coming on Peacock. Everybody ain't got Peacock, man.
right.
I know it's about money, but come on, bro. Like you got to put them games on the major networks, man. NBC.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody told me that viewership on the Peacock has not been what they thought it was gonna be.
It's not.
That's why they put it on there. Peacock paid $110 million to have that one game.
Got it.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
And when they paid it, the NFL said, "Congratulations, you a major network."
Got it.
Just like that.
Got it. Okay.
For one
Be a
game.
major network, pay us 110.
Makes sense now. Got it. Okay. Makes
Now I
sense.
gotta go find Peacock on my damn Fire Stick.
I got it on my Fire Stick. Thank God. Think all you can do is have to download the app, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, download the app.
Yeah, you can download it. But I got all the channels, so I'm gonna find me the Kansas City local channel and I'm gonna go to that channel and I'm gonna watch the game.
Exactly.
If it's on Peacock, it ain't gonna come on them channel though, probably.
No, they gonna show it in the local networks. That's part of the thing. Though Kansas City gonna have the game on regular TV.
And you just
Miami gonna have the game on regular TV. Yeah.
I got you.
Hey Tony, do you know we realize at University of Georgia basketball we going for 12 straight tonight? We playing Arkansas right now, dog.
Go Dogs.
Yeah. Oh, good shot. Somebody at the jazz concert? What the hell is that?
That fade trying to tell y'all boy, you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's what fade doing.
Shout out to Cat Williams.
Shout out to Cat Williams.
Just remember, you have a unbelievable allegiance to we're out.
Shout out to Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. Hey, he want Cat Williams' attention, Tony.
Hey, boy, did y'all see that yesterday? Did y'all see Pat McAfee and them boys